Morning guys, in this video I would like to show you how the frost destroys plants during the spring, especially in the period of their flowering and foliage development. I've got the cold spray with myself, which can decrease the temperature down to minus 50 degrees. This cold spray is based on liquid nitrogen and will help me today to make the demonstration for you. So across this video you will see how frost destroys foliage and blossom of some trees, next the types of grass, and finally also garden flowers. So let's get started. So I start from the plum tree blossom. Next the foliage of the apple tree. We will also see how big the frost is and how it is disappearing so quickly because of quite high temperatures. We've got already plus 15 degrees of Celsius, so the frost will be gone within a while, but the impact of leaves will be significant. You will see it a bit later. I will back to this example later. Let's do the same with raspberry. And again, the frost should be gone within half of a minute or something. Okay, and the last tree will be the bird cherry blossom with the foliage growing next to. Okay, now let's see the frost impact of some types of grass. Dandelion as a first, but not the flower, but the stem. Okay, and let's try with the flower of another one. And next the cuckoo flower, which is typical in spring meadows in Europe. First stem, and next the flower. Okay, so now let's try it on a dog rose bush foliage, where the frost is expressed nicely because leaves are much brighter now, and moreover, as you can see, they are still because they are frosted, so you can easily break them up. Okay, finally let's go with some garden flowers. The grape hyacinth. Let's frost the stem and the flower of another one. And leave it for a while. And the very last one, the stem of tulip. Okay, so after about 20 minutes, let's go back to all the examples in the same order and see how the frost changed them. So the plum tree blossom is already damaged. You see, the flowers are not white anymore, they are fainted. The foliage of the apple tree don't look great either. After just 20 minutes it looks really fainted. The leaves have changed their coloration from green to brown, so they are actually dead. The raspberry leaves have been also deteriorated a bit. You can see the lower ones are a bit greener, whereas the upper ones are more darker, because this short frost has destroyed everything in them. They look pretty much green by now, but they will faint over the forthcoming days. Even the shorter frost destroys everything in the leaf. Each single vein in the leaf is damaged and nutrients cannot be transported as usual, and chlorophyll cannot be produced. So the leaves are actually dying. The same situation applies to the cherry blossom. The flowers aren't white anymore. They look like they've been withered already. The petals has changed their coloration to brown. It looks like the bird cherry blossom is more resistant for frost. However, we can see that the petals are a bit fainted, even when they remain white. The foliage beyond is already dead. You can see the leaves also has turned from green to brownish tinge, especially in the places most affected by frost. We can see it in this example and in the other one too. These parts of the leaves which have been mostly exposed on frost are getting brown now. You can see, as well as the blossom, which don't look great at all. Okay, let's study the frost impact on the grass. You see now the dandelion and its stem, which has been frosted a while ago. Now it looks like it has been burned. You can see instead of green color you've got a brownish tinge. Yeah, so it means that this dandelion is not alive anymore. It looks like it's still flowering, but if I back here a few days later, I will see it dead. And the same here. Yeah, exactly the same situation. The stem looks like it's been burnt, and flower frosted a while ago, it's not alive anymore. A cuckoo flower looks slightly better, especially this one where only the stem has been frosted, but another one where the flower was hit by frost is dead, and you see that it's fainted. Yeah, the dog Rose seems like he's doing well by now, but we will see the effect after several hours and next days. The bubble hyacinth is also dead. You can see that flowers already fell down to the ground. The tulip, it looks like is doing well after the half an hour since being exposed on strong frost. Okay, after 1 week, let's see what has changed. Maybe we can find some signs of recovery. So this is the first branch affected by frost. No signs of flowers at all. Everything has been withered and fallen down to the ground. And the same unfortunately here. Leaves frosted on the apple tree don't look better at all. It's pretty much the same as it was 1 week ago. There are also signs of frost on the raspberry bush. As you can see, a lot of leaves have been withered. And you remember when we saw them just darker green right after the frost application. Now they are not alive anymore. In the cherry tree, the situation pretty much the same as we could observe recently on the plum tree. The bird cherry now. So what could we have expect after the tough frost application? Under about -30, -40 degrees, everything dies in a while. So the same fate applies to this flower, which has been frosted about 1 week ago, and now, unlike the situation right after the frost application, when both foliage and blossom were looking good, now we can see that everything is withered with no signs of recovery at all. It applies both to this branch as well as another one. And the dandelion, after about 1 week with broken stem, you can see the sign of frost impact here. However, it's alive, but you see how it looks like. Unlike the another one where the flower was affected by frost. In this event the stem looks fine, but flower is withered. There were also the cuckoo flowers here, but it looks like I came too late. After 1 week we can see that they have stopped their blossoming. So at this moment I don't know which one certainly was affected by frost, because I can't see the dog rose foliage. Don't look different than another examples. It's also withered after 1 week. This group of belly hyacinths is already finishing their blossom, so I can't tell you right now which one was frosted a week ago. All of them, as you can see, have faded petals, and they will be withered soon, as you can see. The tulip is doing well after 1 week when the frost has been applied. There is no sign on its stem, so it looks like the flower is resistant for a tough frost.